Hey you guys, welcome to your weekend edition Love and General reading. This is for the element of fire. So if you're Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, these messages are for you for the weekend of February 2nd through the 4th, 2024. Something else I was going to say. Oh, well, anyway, if you are wanting to order a personal or private reading, be sure to email me first if you don't have the updated price list. All right, so we have the overall energy as the Four of Cups. We have the Lovers. We have Temperance. We have the Magician. Two of Swords. Justice. Five of Pentacles. And the Ace of Wands. Okay, so I feel like the overall energy, you might be feeling kind of bored or isolated. I feel like maybe you also have some sort of a barrier up as well. Now, I kind of feel like someone may be trying to get your attention indirectly, telepathically, and I feel like maybe you're bored with that. You might, very well be aware of their energy. But I just kind of feel like you're, maybe you want this person to just like outright speak to you as opposed to sending indirect messages. It seems like you also have something on your mind. I feel like maybe you've been keeping to yourself so that you can heal or find your balance. And I kind of feel like you're wanting to hear from someone though. If it is not a romantic situation, it still seems like you're wanting to get some sort of response. And yeah, it just seems like you're just waiting. So you're having to be patient. Now, it may dawn on you that it takes some sort of initiative on your end. If it's something that you want to have or something that you want to manifest. And so, it could be that you have been trying to get something to come into fruition, but it hasn't happened yet. Or maybe it seems like energy is blocked. I kind of feel like you're also trying to figure out like what are you doing wrong? Or is there something else that you could be doing? Because something seems like maybe it hasn't worked out the way you wanted it to, and you're just trying to, maybe think outside the box or have some sort of a different approach. I feel like things are kind of scattered or muddled as well. Your intuition could be a little off at times. It kind of feels like maybe someone or something is scrambling your energy. If there is somebody that you feel like you're connected to, you might try to block this energy. If you're the one trying to reach out to them, they might be trying to block your energy. I feel like you're, something is off, or something is off, which is there's some sort of imbalance in your life, and maybe you just kind of feel out of sorts. You might also start to feel like things are unfair, or your situation is unfair. You might find yourself having a pity party. You might be suffering in some way, but you're not communicating it or talking about it. Maybe you don't want to burden others with your problems, or maybe your pride won't let you ask for help, or maybe your pride wants to figure something out on its own. So yeah, I kind of feel like there could be something going on. Maybe you feel like you don't have access to something. Whatever type of work you do, it may feel like you don't get paid enough, or you might be feeling undervalued at work. I feel like you also regret something you agreed to. You might be trying to also, in a sense, like wiggle your way out of something because you don't like it anymore. You're like, I don't like this job anymore. I wish I didn't agree to these hours. You know, I don't like where I live. I wish I could get out of this lease. I don't like this car that I bought. Like something's going on where I feel like maybe you are legally bound by something, but you don't want to be. And you just kind of feel like you got shorted. I feel that out of grief, or grief is forcing you to be creative, forcing you to think outside the box, and maybe something had to happen so that it would ignite some sort of new light within you or inspire you to go in a different direction. Yeah, I feel like you are wanting to get out of a situation now. Now, another reason why in a love situation someone has not come forward is because they are in a relationship. This person is torn. I feel like this person, I feel like they're longing to be with you, but they're stuck in a situation. Whatever situation they're in, they can't get out of it. So they want to be with you, but they can't. This might be why someone is just indirect, or you're like, how this person keeps, acting like they like me, and they were laughing and talking, and then they never asked for my number, or it never goes any further than that. Like, I kind of feel like this person is in a situation that they don't really want to be in, but they're just going to stay in a relationship until I guess it resolves itself. If you are dealing with any type of court situation, any legal things, you might feel like the judge wasn't fair in their decision. Yeah, you might be feeling like that's not fair. I don't like the judge's decision. They should have gave me custody, or they, just something. I feel like maybe you aren't happy about their decision. You might be taking desperate measures to create some sort of outcome that you want. You could be using any type of spell work, but especially like candle magic, because I feel like there is something that you're trying to attract. You're trying to create some sort of new beginning, or new life for yourself. Okay, so I'm getting someone who is also kind of playing mind games or something. I feel like there's a possible earth sign who's being manipulative, or deflecting. They're not giving you a straight answer. They're talking around the situation. If someone reaches out to you and they're saying that they missed you, I feel like they do, but I also feel that there's another agenda. They're calling you because they're having relationship troubles, or they're calling you because they really want to, maybe they want to borrow some money, or, I just kind of feel like somebody is calling you, but they have a hidden agenda. If you're in a relationship with this person, I feel like they're stringing you along in a sense. They're being very manipulative, and I feel like initially this person tried to. I feel like they tried to be right, but something's going on. Something isn't quite right. I feel like this person is still unhappy and is finding attention elsewhere. They're flirting with people because they're not getting what they need at home. And not saying that that's your fault. Like maybe you guys just have like a different love language, or no matter how much you try to appease this person, it just seems like they don't get it, or it's not what they want. And this also could be reversed. Maybe you are with somebody and, your heart isn't really in it. You're looking elsewhere, flirting with other people, and people might be like, why are you doing this? You got somebody at home. And, the root of it is because you're not really happy, or that person is not able to fulfill your needs. So, and in a sense, you could be deceiving yourself. Trying to tell yourself that you're happy with who you're with when you're not really. Or you are, but you want more. Because I do see a hidden third party situation here. I feel like somebody also has someone covering for them. So if you guys have like a mutual friend, or if you're close to your partner's relatives, or, if you're just close to their people, and, you're venting about, oh, I didn't hear from them. They're like, oh, no, they were with me, whatever. I just feel like they're covering for them. I feel like somebody also needs to be themselves if they're wanting your attention, because I kind of feel like maybe somebody is, wearing a mask, or feels as if they need to put on some sort of alter ego in order for you to acknowledge them. Now, it does look like you are in denial of something. There's something going on where, maybe you're in denial that you're hurting. Or maybe you are in denial of your financial situation or your living situation. It seems like it's time for a change, and you might be going against the grain. You're fighting against it. I feel like maybe you're needing to just allow these changes to happen. Kind of feels too like there's something that you're needing to complete, but you're procrastinating. You're putting it off. I feel like you don't want to deal with it. Maybe you're stressful. Yeah. And then I also feel like your ex might be in your energy, and you're just fed up with it. You don't want them in your energy. But, you know, they just keep coming up in your readings, or this person keeps calling you or texting you. I feel like your ex wants to work things out. I still feel like there may be a hidden agenda as to why your ex is reaching out to you. I feel like they need something, and everybody else has closed the door on them or said no, but they know, you know, you're a good person. Okay, so I feel like you also may have agreed to something concerning your family. Maybe you were trying to help your family with something, but maybe you regret what you did to help. It does seem like maybe there's a need to renegotiate something in regards to custody battles or anything dealing with divorce. Career too, like something needs to be renegotiated. So overall, I would say it's likely you're needing to do some kind of paperwork, or deal with some sort of negotiations and contracts. Spiritually, you might want to renegotiate a soul contract or a soul agreement. You're like, can we change this? Can I be involved with somebody else, or, you know, or not at all? You know, something's going on where I feel like you are not wanting to deal with certain soul contracts. Another thing I'm seeing is that somebody is in denial of a soul agreement that they have with somebody. You might be trying to escape your karma, but I feel that something is an obligation. It is something that just needs to be fulfilled because it is the law of nature or the law of life. Something is just law. And I feel like you're trying to go around it, but it's like there's no getting around it. This is something that just needs to happen or needs to be done. At some point, I feel like you're going to have to face the music. I feel like you're also returning something that you bought, but it still feels like you didn't get your full refund. So it kind of feels like if there is going back to change, I feel like you're afraid of the unknown. You're afraid of what's on the other side of that door. You're like, I only know this. I don't know about this. So I don't want to do it, or I don't want that change, you know, and I feel like that is something that you're having to undergo, are these changes. And it also seems like, you know, you might have some sort of emotional trigger. You might come to realize that you have not healed or moved on from a person or a situation. For some of you, it might be about a baby that was lost. And for some of you, it could be about a relationship, especially an earth sign. Also could be Sagittarius, Gemini, or Libra. Now, if none of these are your feelings, it could be how somebody is feeling about you. You know, somebody wants to go through that door, but they're afraid. They feel like they've made a mistake. Maybe someone is having some sort of realization how much they need you. Maybe you do have something very valuable that other people just don't have, and they recognize that in you now. But it does seem like maybe somebody had to lose something in order to recognize the value of something. And that doesn't have to apply to just like love or relationships, but a situation. But I do feel that you're going to have clarity after suffering. And it seems like you also feel forgotten about. And ultimately, it's like, no, I didn't forget about you. I was getting back to you. I was going to call you. And that doesn't have to do with love. Again, that could be a job or something that you needed. Maybe you applied for some sort of assistance and you thought you weren't going to get it. But it does look like you get some sort of response. And it seems like it's good news. You might have been fearing the worst. Also, as far as health, you might be thinking the worst about what the doctor's gonna say, but I do feel like something is not as bad as you think. In a love situation, I feel like once someone has you in their life, they're not letting you go. If you say yes, or if you agree to go out with this person, I feel like they're not going to let you go. If this is somebody from the past and you agree to giving them a new opportunity, new chances, I just feel like they're going to want to fight for you. You also don't seem to trust somebody. You might feel like I said, somebody does have an ulterior motive. For some of you, you might feel like somebody is just calling you or reaching out to you for some sort of sexual needs. And there's a fear of abandonment. I feel like you need to, trust your intuition. I've said it before, in any love reading, I don't really care to see the magician. I just always feel like somebody is just, you can't take that person serious. They're always changing, even if they do have good intentions. I feel like that person just switches so much. They're too airy, too flighty. So I kind of feel like, in a love situation, something about it is not, I don't know. You might lie to yourself and just be like, well, I need this for now. Or it feels good to have attention, or it feels good to know that this person was missing me. Like something's going on where you might accept it, briefly, but you might be left unfulfilled. Also, if you have been celibate and you feel proud of yourself and then you kind of hook up with somebody, you might definitely feel like, well, that was a waste. I should have continued to hold on. So yeah. All right, so let's pull some energy cards. All right, additional messages for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, you have adjacent possibilities, man holding a heart, rest and rejuvenation, first chakra, Archangel Michael. So again, I kind of feel like you're feeling off balance, like you are lacking something that gives you security or grounding. It could be money, it could be love, it could be a home, but I feel like you're lacking something and it's throwing you off balance. I feel like you have material needs that haven't been fulfilled. And even like desires too, certain desires, physical desires. I feel like there's like several opportunities opening up to you that will ultimately lead to you having balance or helping you settle within, find peace within. Maybe it's a matter of you at least just like going for something. It's like, okay, all these opportunities, which one? We're just waiting for you to pick one. And I kind of feel like you do need to choose something. But I feel like because you've been broken, or your trust has been broken, or you've been burned, it's just hard for you to make some sort of decision that you need to make right now. Which was also shown in the main reading, indecisiveness, just like going back and forth. In a love situation, you know, it does seem like somebody is offering, you know, their love to you. Maybe you want something more spiritual or something deeper. Kind of feels like you're going to hold out. You're like, I don't know, let me think about it. Let me check with my ancestors. Let me check with my higher self and see if, you know, this is what I need at this time. And you also might, you know, be trying to decide or feel torn between, you know, physical desires versus spiritual or emotional desires. And you're just undecided about that. I feel like if you do have to make any decisions this weekend, to sleep on it, don't rush into anything. Make sure that you're not about to make the same mistake that you made before. If this is about, you know, the contracts and agreements, make sure that you have an opportunity to review everything. If this is about a love offer and you don't trust that person, or you kind of know that it's only going to be surface, then you need to ask yourself, is it worth it then? Like, do I really need this, or can I hold out? You know, so I feel like don't rush into any decisions. I do feel that you're trying to attract something or bring in more, you know, positive energy. It's something that you're trying to call into you, call in peace, or call in basically stability. I do feel like you're needing to focus on your root chakra. So if you're able to, you know, just look up some videos and see, you know, how to heal your root chakra, or what sort of things can you do to strengthen your root chakra. Because I feel like that might be one of the main things that you need to focus on. Yeah. All right. So hopefully these messages help, but feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending you love and grace.